Hi there, and welcome back to the Attachment Project's Attachment Series. Today, we're going to delve even deeper into the avoidant attachment style and the ways in which it can affect your life if you have it. No one understands better than me. I've seen it play out in my life and relationships. But today, we're going to change the conversation slightly. Instead of focusing on how the avoidant attachment style can negatively affect your life, we're going to examine how you can use it to your advantage when deducing whether or not you are fundamentally compatible with someone. Remember, if you're wondering if you have the avoidant attachment style or don't yet know yours, then our free test is straightforward and easy to take, and you'll have your attachment report within minutes. So, let's take a look at how an avoidant attachment style can affect your compatibility with a potential partner. So many of my friends and families spend their lives in search of love and companionship. I always felt a little judgmental towards them, though. Not that I didn't want love, but I knew that I didn't want it in the same way as they did. When they complained about their partners not committing enough, well, I kind of just got it. But it was clear to me that this kind of behavior wasn't what was considered acceptable in the dating world. I started wondering if something was wrong with me. Why didn't I want the same level of commitment as the people I was dating? Truthfully, there was nothing wrong with me. And nor is there anything wrong with you. Perhaps, instead, you just weren't fundamentally compatible with the people that you're going on dates with. And because of this, maybe you're shutting yourself off to the possibility of romance even more than usual. Most people base their idea of compatibility on the idea of shared interests and beliefs. And, of course, this is the primary concept. However, often our interests and core beliefs are guided by our attachment styles. It's important to recognize that attachment works like a spectrum, though. So my advice on compatibility with potential partners is just a guide. People can change their traits according to their situation, so you don't have to rule them out romantically just because they have a certain attachment style. Now, just how can your avoidant attachment style affect your compatibility with others? Secure attachers are a great match for someone with an avoidant attachment style. Well, actually, they make a suitable match for all of the attachment styles. This is because they're positive, balanced, caring, and, of course, affectionate, but still within boundaries. Secure partners might even be able to help an avoidant attacher loosen their parameters and feel more secure with intimacy. There are actually certain telltale signs that can help you determine whether someone has a secure attachment style. For example, if they're romantically interested in you, then they'll be open and honest about their feelings. Even if the romance eventually fizzles out, they'll still be straightforward about how they feel, but in a gentle manner. A secure attacher may even help you to open up about yourself by sharing personal information about their life and asking questions about yours. Even though you may balk at the prospect of letting someone grow emotionally close to you, a secure attacher will do so in respectful and non-intrusive ways. So, as you can see, there are pretty much no obvious reasons why a secure and avoidant couple wouldn't work. Now, let me start by saying that anxious and avoidant relationships are not doomed to fail. If the spark between two people is strong enough, then you can overcome some inherent incompatibilities by working on your differences and on understanding each other's perspectives and needs. So even though the anxious and avoidant pairing is not considered to be harmonious on paper, it is possible to work through your differences. Some major compromises may need to be made, though. Having said as much, the avoidant and anxious attachment styles are at the opposite ends of the attachment dimensions of behavior. An anxious attacher craves closeness, but an avoidant needs space. So, as an avoidant attacher, if an anxious partner pushes for emotional closeness and intimacy, your attachment traits may become triggered, and you might attempt to reestablish boundaries through pulling back from the relationship. However, this could cause the anxious attacher to search for attention and closeness through whatever means necessary. And I think we both know how an avoidant attacher responds in such circumstances. Let's just say that we make ghosting look like a well-honed craft. Anxious attachers can often come across like secure attachers, at least at first. Through a little deeper analysis, you can determine whether someone is anxiously attached. Whereas they'll be chatty and open with you, they might overshare personal information in an attempt to forge a close bond as quickly as possible. They may also talk a little too much about themselves and not ask questions about you. Plus, they'll be super keen to impress you and avoid rejection, so expect a little bragging early on in the relationship. You might find that appearing with another avoidant attacher suits you just right. After all, you both prefer to avoid intimacy and maintain personal space, so no one will understand your need for boundaries as much as another avoidant attacher. Even your conversations may be similar. You both may prefer to talk about surface-level stuff like your favorite books, TV series, and job. The only word of warning, if you do try to drop your walls and get closer to your new partner, you risk being ghosted. If you're interested in either matching with or avoiding an avoidant attacher, then it can be pretty easy to tell if someone else has this attachment style from their actions early on in a relationship. They won't message you too much or share personal information, may become uncomfortable with displays of emotional closeness, and will prefer to chat about impersonal matters. However, even as an avoidant attacher, you might prefer to become involved with someone who shows a little more affection. But a disorganized attacher may not be that person. Not because they aren't able to or won't show you love, but there are undeniable incompatibilities between the avoidant and disorganized attachment styles. When trying to tell whether a potential partner has a disorganized attachment, you might notice that sometimes they act needy of your affection and attention, but just as easily might try to push you away. This is because they tend to swap between anxious and avoidant traits depending on their mood and circumstance. As an avoidant attacher, you might frown upon this instability and lack of predictability and remove yourself from the relationship. However, no relationship is doomed just because of your attachment styles. With enough work and love, there's no reason why you both can't overcome your incompatibilities. Can you recognize your previous relationships and the patterns mentioned? Maybe they help to explain why you feel trapped in relationships or prefer to maintain your personal space. Or perhaps you don't feel like we've quite captured how you act. Either way, let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Remember, love isn't always convenient, but a relationship can still work if there's enough love to work through your problems. For more details on how the avoidant attachment style affects how we act in different circumstances, check out our videos on avoidant attachment in relationships and friendships, as well as the superpowers of the avoidant attachment style. And make sure to check out our comprehensive book, Attachment Styles, Ultimate Guide and Workbook, for more information on all the attachment styles and how they function. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.